Yes.
I
you
enjoyed
got me in like the worst moment ever. Like you couldn't have timed it worse.
You're very natural though on the microphone.
Oh, thank you very much.
I thought you were excellent. It's so lovely to see you back.
Thank you.
Now tell me, it's been quite a few days you've now had out on track, both in Barcelona and here. What are still the unknowns, do you think?
More than anything, I think it's more getting towards the performance side, because we've done a lot of reliability running, a lot of aero running for the aero guys, a lot of tyre running for the tyre guys, and now it's kind of the driver running, which is us getting happy with the car, fine-tuning the balance of the car, and that's kind of what you do on the final day of testing.
Do you feel happy in it, sort of already, or there's many more steps to climb, as it were?
No, I feel happy with it pretty quickly. I was happy with it from the first lap in Barcelona, and Bahrain, it's brought challenges with it. It's windy, it's hot, it's bumpy, and so there's a bit more work to be done here than in Barcelona. But we're getting there. You know, it's unfortunate we missed a little bit of time today with Nicky, but.
Was that because it's a bit of a rear bias track, that there was problems at the rear, or it was?
No, not really. It's just the nature of the circuit. You know, it's so low grip here. It's sandy. The tyres are operating way hotter than they were in Barcelona, and so every little bit of grip that gets lost on braking and on the bumps, you feel it, and it's why you see so many guys going off track. I feel like there's a rubbered line on turn 10 into the F2 pit lane, but yeah.
Old habits die hard, Alex.
Exactly. Yeah.
Just explain to me a little bit, when you get into a car and you're happy with it from the off, is that actually harder because you've got to go to those finer details, whereas if you'd got in and it actually wasn't what you liked, you could have been like, I need to change this, this and this. Is it actually
no,
worse?
honestly, if you could choose a nice car to drive straight away, you'd take it all the time, because it gives you a good foundation, a good feeling of confidence straight away, so you feel like you can push the car properly. And then on top of that, when it's fine-tuning, and it's just, you know, you're doing small steps. You don't need to reinvent the wheel, and you can stay in your happy place. Whereas when it's tricky to drive, it starts to become this kind of, you have to really experiment and go to big changes, big swings in setup. I think where it becomes important is them first, 4 or 5 races when there'll be some teams that feel comfortable straight away, other teams that don't. You know, if we can be one of the guys that are comfortable and hit the ground running, we can hopefully get a few points. That would be very nice straight away and start the season off strong.
Back to your happy place.
Back to my happy place.
I'm excited to see you race again. I can't wait.
Thank you very much. I am too.
How was it feeling out there today?
Yeah, it definitely feels different compared to last year's car, for sure. I mean, the first session back after a few months out, I mean, it always feels quite strange, quite foreign, those first laps. But yeah, I mean, it definitely, you could tell it's a different philosophy of car. Not only for me, the car, because obviously Williams didn't take part in the new tire test last year, so I'm also feeling these 18-inch tires for the first time as well. So yeah, overall I'd say it's quite positive. I mean, there's clearly areas that, for me, feel quite positive compared to last year. There's areas as well that is, clear, if we address these, it's, easy lap time to find. But yeah, it's still very early days, so I think it was a good morning.
Did you manage to get close to other drivers to see what it might be like in terms of following?
Yeah, unfortunately not. I mean, I've obviously had other drivers, come by when you're on a slow lap or whatnot, but no, I was not in a position to be really pushing so close to another car yet, so yeah, time will tell.
So you say there's a few little changes which could get it in the right direction. What were you telling the team to do for this afternoon, and how different do you think it'll be between now and when we head to Bahrain for both the test and the first race?
So obviously Alex is in the car this afternoon, so I kind of just, he's obviously listening to my feedback, so I kind of just gave him the kind of heads up on the few things to maybe pay attention to, or that might catch him out the first session if he's not expecting them. I mean, nothing that's a big red flag, but it's just things that, as I said, clearly areas that I think could be improved that maybe won't be improved right away for this afternoon. But yeah, so I just kind of gave him my general feeling of the car, what to expect. And going into Bahrain, I guess, it'll be easier to tell once we kind of get through these 3 days. By no means focusing on the outright performance of the car yet, just really trying to understand the car systems and, again, this new aero platform, how it works, the sensitivities and whatnot. And I'm sure, come the end of day 3, kind of have a clear direction that we would need to try and go with development, and guys in the factory will get cracked on it.
And did Alex take your tips kindly, and you're working well together?
Yeah, we've been working well together since the beginning of the year. The first days we've had at the factory together, the sim days, kind of bouncing our ideas off each other. We've been very open in the feedback. I mean, I think especially the position we're in as a team right now, there's no sense to keep secrets. We know what our job is for the team. I know we're going to work very well together. We want to get the team back up front. It's the team first, and anything in terms of our relationship together to help that. I think we're both very good friends, firstly, and I know on the working relationship side it's going to be quite strong as well.